Good morning, degenerates, and welcome to another episode of Boring Crypto IO, the place where I read you the boring crypto news every morning, Monday through Friday, just so you don't have to. My name is not important, and I am your host. Let's read the news. Coinbase issues clarification after reports of it ceasing services in India. Solana falls 6% amid fears of FTX dump, but there's a catch. I think the broader alt market is dipping because of this potential FTX dump. We're going to try and look at that a little bit today. As well as DC doesn't realize how powerful crypto how powerful crypto voters are. Brian Armstrong of Coinbase. It's not about Democrat. It's not about Republican. It's not about liberal. It's not about conservative. It's vote crypto. All right. Housekeeping. Guys, please go follow me, add me, whatever, on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, at BoringCryptoIO to get latest up-to-date stuff if you don't want to wait for the morning show, per usual. To the market, guys. Current market right now sitting at 1.02 trillion, down 1.33% from, I guess, yesterday. Bitcoin dominance sitting at 48.9%. ETH dominance 18.7%, still slowly ticking down. And 13 Gwei will get you an ETH transaction. Fear and Grid sitting at 35. Not much movement there. I think it might start ticking down if we continue to bleed. Right now, Bitcoin really isn't doing much, but if you look at the, like I said, the broader altcoin market, ETH dumped a little bit and everything seemed to follow it. So we're looking at a red day right now so far, and it's really early, guys. It's only 6:46 where I'm at. But big sell-off for XRP, down 5.52%, 2.72 for Cardano. Solana, we know, has been selling off. People are shorting the shit out of Solana right now. And I think it's amid all of this potential FTX starting to liquidate. I think it was last week or the week before, we covered the article of FTX, basically that it's going to start liquidating, like, I think it was 20 million a week in its assets, up to, like, I think it's like $5 billion or something like that. Don't quote me on those numbers, but it's like 20 million a week to start liquidating its assets to, I guess, pay lawyer fees and to hopefully pay back customers. We shall see about that. But I think it's a lot of FUD. It's in the market right now, and everybody's afraid that all these alts that they might be holding are going to get shorted to shit. So I'm assuming that's what's going on right now. I woke up to this and was like, damn. But it's not really affecting Bitcoin too heavily, which makes me think it's the FTX FUD that's making this happen. Matic 4.2% down. SHIB 4.19. We've got fours across the board pretty far. Anything super significant over fives? We got 5.29 on Aptos. Excuse me, trying not to sneeze. 8.47 for Arbitrum. Arbitrum is bleeding. Bleeding. Ouch. 6.49 for AXS. 5.75 for IMX. 5.66 for Synthetics. 4.98 for Decentraland Mana. God, that thing pumped on their last cycle. 7.62 for ApeCoin, still bleeding. 5.09 for Rocket Pool. 5 for Flow. 6.47 for CFX. 6.7 for Sui. 5.29 for Terra Luna Classic. 6.12 for Gala. Gala's still bleeding from its FUD last week. 5.2 for Trust Wallets. 7% for Pepe. Bleeding. All right, there's your top 100, guys. Let's go and roll over to Bitcoin real quick. I just burped in the microphone. If you heard that, I am sorry. That was getting too comfortable in this microphone. All right, before we get to the charts, per usual, guys, I am not a financial advisor, nor is this financial advice. I'm not even a good trader. Half the time I don't know what I'm doing. Don't pay attention to me. I'm just some random guy in a room making YouTube videos talking to himself. That being said, I'm really starting to lean towards this potential descending channel, or a descending triangle. If you look, we're going to change this to yellow real quick. If you look what we got down here, we are bouncing off of this and beating our heads against the top of this downward channel, and we can the downward trend line of the channel. We're continuing to respect it, guys, and this is what I was looking at. I'm like, maybe it's a descending channel. Maybe that's what it is, because it was sideways, but then it skipped and went down. But we're ranging in here. We're definitely respecting the top descending channel trend line. But we're bouncing off of this yellow line right here at 25.6. We'll see if it breaks through and touches the channel and rebounds. Can't talk. I felt wide awake this morning, but words aren't coming to my mouth. That being said, again, nothing has really changed with Bitcoin, right? These are the levels we've been looking at. This is the descending channel we've been looking at. Nothing new, nothing crazy. That being said, we'll change this back to red real quick. When I woke up and saw the market was red, but nothing really going on with Bitcoin, I went and looked at ETH. ETH dumped, man. ETH dumped and got close to my 15.66 and then bounced. It basically looks like it's it's bouncing at 15.8, somewhere around there, just below it. But yeah, it rolled over. We were getting held by 16.21 around there at that level, getting support for quite some time, and it just rolled over. And I haven't seen anything in the news that would suggest why, so I'm assuming it has to do with the FTX stuff. I would have rolled over to XRP. XRP, the same thing. We were holding 49 cents, 50 cents, really strong, and then we just dumped, just rolled right over. Same thing for Cardano, rolled over. And again, back to Bitcoin 4 I haven't seen anything that would explain why. So I guess I'm kind of just going to go along the idea that it's the FTX stuff, unless I hear something or see something. If you guys know what might be causing this dump, by all means, let me know. Comments down below. With that being said, guys, we're going to get on the news and then get you out of here. Coinbase issues clarification after reports of it ceasing services in India. A Coinbase spokesperson confirmed the firm is committed to India over the long term and will continue to explore ways to strengthen our presence in this important market. Coinbase has issued clarification after circulation report suggested that it would soon halt all operations for its India customers. According to September 11th reports, which is today, from TechCrunch and Economic Times, Coinbase India users were reportedly warned via email that all services would be discontinued by September 25th and were urged to remove any funds that remained on the exchange. However, it is understood that the notice was not aimed at all Indian customers and was instead aimed at those breaching the exchange's standards. What does that mean? We are reaching out to inform you that we will be discontinuing all Coinbase retail services linked to your above-mentioned account, and we will be disabling access for the retail accounts that no longer meet our updated standards and services, according to an email on September 8th that was shared by a Coinbase spokesperson to Cointelegraph. Please note this does not impact your access use of Coinbase cloud services, which will continue to be accessible to you through your account. It added in a statement, the spokesperson reiterated that the email was only sent out to account holders whom Coinbase deemed as breaching their quote-unquote updated standards. It is possible that during the course of a recent routine review of our systems, some accounts may have been identified that no longer meet our updated standards. We will therefore be disabling these accounts and allow customers to update their information at a later date, the spokesperson said. Affected users' funds remain safe with us, and they continue to be able to withdraw their balances and send other crypto services providers until the 25th of September. There is a report from TechCrunch has been widely shared on social media, being picked up by a number of prominent accounts on X, formerly known as Twitter, including Wu Blockchain. However, the reports also suggest Coinbase has put a stop to Indian users signing up to its exchange instead of prompting them to download its wallet application, Coinbase Wallet. However, This has been in place since June and only impacts exchange accounts according to Coinbase spokesperson. Yeah, this is kind of a nothing burger. Well, I guess they're staying in India. I'm not going to finish this article, guys. It's a waste of time. Cool. If you're in India, congratulations. High five. You can still use Coinbase. Moving on. Solana falls 6% amid fears of FTX dump, but there's a catch. The price of Solana has plunged as the market fears a large FTX sell-off. However, it seems unlikely that the now defunct exchange will dump all of its holdings at once. The price of Solana, $18, has plunged more than 6% the last 24 hours amid fears of bankrupt crypto exchange. FTX may soon liquidate its significant portions of the token and other Solana affiliated crypto assets. According to a combination of data from SolScan, which has added up the value of its 3 publicly available FTX cold storage wallets, the FTX estate holds a combined 1.5 billion in crypto assets on the Solana network. Of that weighty figure, Solana token accounts for just 128 million. The rest of the amount is comprised of numerous Solana-based altcoins such as Wrapped Bitcoin, MAP tokens, Serum, and a number of other token colloquially referred to as Sam coins. Ew. Sam coins. A jest at the former FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried. Still, the idea that liquidators may soon unleash $128 million worth of SOL and hundreds of millions of dollars worth of other SOL affiliated tokens onto the market hasn't inspired much confidence in the market. A number of users took to X to voice their concerns over the impeding sell-off. FTX about to dump $680 million worth of SOL, wrote one user. SOL is going to dump hard after FTX sells its bag, going to reach $14 soon, said another. Others have instead urged calm as the bankruptcy plan actually restricts how much can be sold off at once. According to FTX bankruptcy filing, the proposed plan for the liquidation of FTX's asset imposes a series of conditions on the sales of tokens. On August 24th, FTX proposed to appoint Mike Novogratz, Galaxy Digital Capital Management, as the investment manager that would oversee the sales of its recovered crypto holdings. In this plan, FTX's estate would only be permitted to sell a maximum of $100 million worth of its tokens each week. Whoa, I thought it was 20 million. 100 million is significantly more than 20 million. Worth of its token each week. However, that limit could be raised to 200 million on an individual token basis. These limits have been introduced in a bid to minimize the impact of token sales on the broader market, while still allowing for FTX to make creditors whole. You mean the lawyers. The FTX collapse and consequently biggest black swan Solana event ever endured put SOL at $8. We're worried about 600 million that will be sold over the next 5 years. Next 5 years, they're talking about 100 to 200 million dollars a week. 600 million. It's going to take a lot longer, or a lot shorter than 5 years there, bud. Some major L1s have higher inflation than this, and no one cares. People definitely are caring. Look at the market right now. Notably, the plan has not yet been signed off on by the courts. However, the plan and a number of other matters related to FTX token sales are expected to come before the Delaware Bankruptcy Court on September 13th. In an April 12th hearing, FTX disclosed that it had recovered roughly 7.3 billion in liquid assets, with 4.8 billion of that sum being comprised of assets recovered as of November of 2022. Which is funny. How did they go bankrupt if they have 7.3 billion in assets? What? Overall, however, according to documents raised in the hearing, FTX held a total of $4.3 billion of crypto assets available for stakeholder recovery at market prices as of April 12th. Get them their money back, dude. This is absolutely insane. At the time of publication, Solana is changing hands for $18.38 a piece, down nearly 11% on the week. Let's look at Solana real quick. I think I have it pulled up. I don't. Let's just look at it. Woof. It's down even more. It just dipped. This is the 4 hour. On this sell-off, we just dipped to right around 1730, 1740-ish. Hovering right now at 1766. Down it goes, guys. Yeah. All right, moving on. Last but not least, DC doesn't realize how powerful crypto voters are. Brian Armstrong. According to the CEO of Coinbase, the gap between current crypto policies and Americans' needs will make cryptocurrencies a hot topic in the upcoming elections. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong has shared his predictions for the role crypto will play in the next year's elections in the United States, claiming that representatives in Washington do not fully understand the crypto community's voting power in the upcoming race. I don't think everybody in DC actually fully realizes how powerful the crypto voting community block is. And I think in 2024, and it is an election where the voters of America are really going to hold candidates' feet to the fire and say, what is your position on crypto? I absolutely hope so. Armstrong said during a recent interview with Yahoo Finance. According to Armstrong, roughly 56 million people in the U.S. have already used cryptocurrencies. It's a 5x as many as have electric vehicles, just as an example, and were voters. He noted. He believes the gap between current crypto policies and Americans' needs will make cryptocurrencies a hot topic in 2024. Indeed, presidential candidates are actively speaking out about cryptocurrency. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has vowed to ban CBDC if elected president Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is also opposed to exploring the concept of a digital dollar. Both Kennedy and DeSantis cited privacy concerns as reasons for their positions. The candidates, however, have adopted a crypto-friendly campaign strategy. The White House is likely to be home to a CBDC supporter, according to a recent report from crypto asset manager Grayscale. Ahead in the 2024 presidential polls among their respective parties, Joe Biden and Donald Trump are favorable towards exploring CBDC, says the analyst. Coinbase has been lobbying in Washington for a clear regulatory framework in the crypto space. Congress is now actively discussing bipartisan bills that may finally set rules for crypto firms and users across the country. But legislation isn't the only option for crypto firms, said Armstrong, pointing to the possibility of a new chair at the Securities and Exchange Commission in 2024. Dude, yeah. Like, Gensler, the fact that this dude sells a job is absolutely insane to me. I also think there's a possibility we'll just get a different chair in 2024 or beyond. He suggests in reference to a possible replacement for Gary Gensler. Coinbase was sued by the SEC in June for allegedly breaking securities laws, claiming a number of tokens traded on the exchange were securities. Yet none of them have been proven to be securities. They're just suing Coinbase on the hopes that they might potentially be securities. Way to go, Gary. You're a winner. Give your mom a call. I bet she'd be proud. With that being said, look at Bitcoin one last time before I get you guys out of here. Bitcoin's not doing anything. I don't understand. Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out, why ETH is dumping and everything else is dumping. It's got to be the FTX stuff. All right. Outside of that, guys, that is all I have for you today. Please, by all means, if you enjoy the content I provide for you here every morning on Boring Crypto IO, please subscribe to the channel. Turn on the bell for notifications so you know when I do post videos. Watch the videos, share the videos, like the videos, share them on all your social platforms. Let's blow this channel up, and I'll see you bright early tomorrow morning, guys. I'm out of here.